Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could play through a song called Cover Girl by Big Time Rush. And we're going to start out on a D major chord, but we're going to end up capoing this on first fret to kind of match the recording. But the way you play D major, first finger goes to the G on the second fret, second finger goes to the high E string on the second fret, and third finger goes to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now on that D chord though, you will hear kind of an F sharp in the bass, and you could kind of put those together and make it something called D slash F sharp. And then we play D slash F sharp. First finger goes to the low E string on the second fret for that F sharp note that's in the bass. Second finger goes to the G string on the second fret. Third finger on the high E string on the second fret, and the pinky on the B string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a D slash F sharp. Now another way to kind of get that F sharp in the bass would be to take the D major chord and then use your thumb to go over the low E string on the second fret. And another possibility actually for that chord would be to use something called D sus slash F sharp, where you do your first finger on the low E string second fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the B string on the third fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds something called D sus slash F sharp. And then from the D, we're going to be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A string on the second fret, second finger goes to the low E string on the third fret, and the third finger goes to the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now another possibility on that G chord is to take the third finger from the high E string on the third, and then go to the B string on the third fret, and then take the pinky and go to the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that's another way you might want to play G major, and then that way you just kind of hang on to that third and fourth finger from that D to the G major change. And then from the G, we're going to be going to a B minor chord. If you know the bar B minor, you do your first finger across the entire second fret, second finger on the B string third fret, third finger on the D string on the fourth fret, then the pinky goes on the G string on the fourth fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now if you're just starting out, another possibility for the B minor, you can do first finger on the A string second fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the B string on the third fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the third fret. And kind of do the A string to the high E string, and that's another way you could do the B minor chord. You want to think about that, so you can hold on to that third and fourth fingers through that change. And then from the B minor, we're going to be going to an A major chord. When we play A major, first finger goes to the D on the second fret, second finger goes to the G string on the second fret, and the third finger goes to the B string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now another possibility for the A would be to use something called A7 sus. And when you play A7 sus, first finger goes to the D on the second fret, second finger on the G string on the second fret, third finger on the B string on the third fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds an A7 sus. And the advantage there is you can actually leave that third and fourth finger through that whole change of the B minor and the A. Now a lot of times with a song like this though, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the D and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now the weird part is through our verse though, all our chords are kind of halving. So you may want to do that as kind of a down, down, up on each chord. G down, down, up, B minor, down, down, up, A, down, down, D slash F sharp, down, up, G, down, down, up, B minor, down, down, up, A, down, down, D slash F sharp, down, up, G, down, down, B minor, down, down, up, A, down, down, up. Now something else I like to add to a song like this too though is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down, you can do a bass note for the chords. On the D slash F sharp, you can do the low E string for your bass, and then do a down up G with low E bass, B minor with an A bass, and then A with an A bass. So if you kind of follow that bass line, D slash F sharp, G with a low E bass, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass, D slash F sharp with a low E bass, G with a low E bass, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass, D slash F sharp with a low E bass, G with a low E bass, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass. Now through the song though, what it really kind of feels like is almost like a reggae thing, and it feels more finger style. So what you may want to do is kind of take the thumb as kind of your bass player for the low E and the A and the D string. Index finger can go to the G string, middle could go to the B string, and the ring finger can go to the high E string. And you could work it as kind of a bass chord or bass fingers, like thumb fingers idea. And if you do that twice on each chord, that sounds a little bit more like the recording. You have that D/F sharp, G with the low E bass, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass. So that whole time I'm thinking thumb fingers, G with thumb fingers, B minor with thumb fingers, A with thumb fingers, thumb fingers. So you want to kind of play around with that too. And then from there, then we go into our pre-chorus part, and our pre-chorus starts on G major, and then we go to the A major chord, and then we kind of half a B minor and then an A, and end up on kind of a big D push and then an A push. So one way to do that is to use the down, down, up, down, and we get to do our whole pattern on the G and A, and then we half our B minor A, and then kind of have our push. So we'd have G with a down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, B minor, down, down, up, A, down, up, big D, big A. Or we could add bass notes to that and have G with a bass, down, down, up, A with an A bass, down, down, B minor with an A bass, down, up, A with an A bass, down, D. Or we could try that with the fingers and have kind of the G with the thumb fingers 4 times, A with thumb fingers 4 times, and then end up on kind of our B minor and our A twice. And then you can try and use all your fingers to kind of make that D major push and then the A major push. And then from there, then we go into our chorus, which actually a lot of our chorus is actually exactly like our verse. We end up doing that D, G, B minor, A progression 3 times, and then at the very end, we go to kind of a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string on the 2nd fret, third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret, and if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now another C chord you may want to think about through the song though is something called C major 7. When we play C major 7, first finger goes to the D on the 2nd fret, second finger goes to the A string on the 2nd or 3rd fret, third finger on the B string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord. And then from the C, or the C major 9, you may want to think about that. And then from the C, we go to a G major chord, but then we go to an E minor chord. When you play E minor, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the D string on the 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may want to think about using something called E minor 7, where you take your 3rd finger and kind of put them in on the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string on the 3rd fret, and that way you can kind of hold on to those for kind of that C major, G major, and then the E minor, and then at the very end we do kind of this big push on the A, so that might be kind of a cool way to do it. So we tried that last part of the chorus with a down, down, up, down, up. We'd have C, the down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, big A. Or if we tried that with bass notes, the C would have the A string for your bass note. So we tried it that way, we'd have, and the E minor would have the low E string for your bass. So we'd have C with an A bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, down, E minor with low E bass, down, down, up, A. Or if you're digging on the bass fingers, you'd end up doing that 4 times for the C chord, 4 times for the G chord, and then 4 times for the E minor chord. And then you may want to use all your fingers for kind of that big A hit. And then right after our chorus, we end up going into kind of a chorus tag that kind of becomes our outro later, where we do our D major chord, and then we go to the A major chord, but you'll kind of hear in the bass note there, it is a C sharp note, which is like A string on the 4th fret. So you may want to think about using your first finger to go over the D, G, and B strings for the A chord, and then that way you can get your 3rd finger or your 4th finger to that A string on the 4th fret, and that's called an A/C sharp chord. And so we could kind of work that as kind of the D, and then A/C sharp, B minor, and then G major, and then D major, A/C sharp, B minor, and then we end up with kind of a big G chord at the very end of our chorus tag. So we tried just down, down, up, up, we'd end up halving a lot of those chords. So we'd have D with a down, down, up, A/C sharp, B minor, G, D with a down, down, up, A with a down, down, up, B minor with a down, down, up, big G. Or if we added bass notes, your A/C sharp would have the A string for your bass. So you have D with a D bass, down, up, A/C sharp with an A bass, B minor with an A bass, down, G with low E bass, down, up, D with a D bass, down, up, A/C sharp with an A bass, B minor with an A bass, down a big G. So you want to think about that too. And if you're doing thumb fingers, you'd have the D twice, A slash C sharp. And you may want to move the index, middle, and ring to kind of the D, G, and B string for the A slash C sharp, and then the B minor chord, G. So you actually kind of have that thumb fingers twice on each chord. B minor, and then kind of the big push on the big G. Now the weird part is to play along with Big Time Rush though, instead of starting on a D chord, they're actually starting on an E flat major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and you put the capo on first fret, then now your D major is really an E flat major, your G major is really an A flat major, your B minor is really a C minor chord, your A major is really a B flat major chord, and your C major is really a D flat major chord, and your E minor chord is really an F minor chord. But to take it from the very, very beginning, you could do our verse with just our down, down, up kind of on each chord, and you'd have D with a down, down, up, G, down, down, B minor, down, down, up, A, down, down, D, down, down, G, down, down, B minor, down, down, up, A, down, down, up. Or you could add basses to that and have that D slash F sharp, G with Louis bass, down, B minor with an A bass, down, A with an A bass, down, D slash F sharp, G, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass. Try that with kind of that thumb fingers idea, and then you have kind of the D twice, G twice, B minor twice, A twice, D slash F sharp with Louis bass, G with Louis bass, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass, and then we'll be repeating that until we get to our pre-chorus part. And we could do that with our down, down, up, and have G with down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, B minor, down, down, up, A, down, down, big A. Or we could try adding basses to that, and we have G with bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, B minor with an A bass, down, A with an A bass, down, big A. Or we could try that with that fingers idea, and we have the G 4 times with thumb fingers, A 4 times with thumb fingers, and we have B minor and A twice, and then we kind of have our big push on the D chord, and then the A chord. And then from there we'd be going into our chorus part. And that first part of our chorus is just like our verse. So if we did that with kind of a bass down up, we'd have D slash F sharp, G with Louis bass, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass, D slash F sharp with Louis bass, G with Louis bass, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass, D slash F sharp, G with Louis bass, B minor with an A bass, A bass. And we kind of end up on kind of that tail end of it where we got the C with an A bass, down, up, down, G with Louis bass, down, down, B minor with Louis bass, down, down, with the big A. Or if we did that with thumb fingers, we'd have D slash F sharp twice, G twice, B minor twice, A thumb fingers, D slash F sharp, G, B minor, A, D slash F sharp, G, B minor, A. And we end up on our C 4 times, our G 4 times, our E minor 4 times, and then we kind of have our big A push as kind of that big A major. And then from there, then we go into our chorus tag, which we could do with just our down, down, up, and we did kind of a D, down, A slash C sharp, down, up, B minor, down, down, G, down, down, D, down, down, A slash C sharp, B minor, big G. Or we could try that fingers and have kind of the D twice, A slash C sharp twice, B minor twice, G with Louis bass twice. D with D bass, A slash C sharp with A bass, B minor with an A bass, big G. And then from there, then we'd be going back into our verse part. So we tried that with kind of our thumb fingers. We'd have that D, G, B minor, A, D slash F sharp, G, B minor, A, D slash F sharp, G, B minor, A, D slash F sharp, G, B minor, A. And then from there, then we'd be going back into our pre-chorus part. So we tried that with the fingers. We'd have the G 4 times, and then we have our A 4 times, and then we got our B minor twice, A twice, but then we have our D major push, and then our A major push, and then we're into our next chorus. So we're back to that D slash F sharp, G, B minor, A, D slash F sharp, G major, B minor, A, D slash F sharp, G, B minor, A, then we got our C 4 times, and then our G major 4 times, and our E minor 4 times, and then we got got our A major is kind of a big push. And then from there, then we'd be going into our bridge part. And on our bridge part, we do our C major for 4, G major for 4, so we could use our down, down, up, down, up, D major for 4, A major for 4, and then we go back to C major, and then back to G major, and at the very end we kind of have an E minor, and then a D/F sharp, and then end with a big A push. So we tried that with bass down, up, down, up. We'd have C with an A bass down, up, down, G with a low E bass down, up, down, D with a D bass down, up, down, A with an A bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, G with low E bass down, up, down, E minor with low E bass down, D/F sharp with low E bass, big A. Or if we tried that with our fingers, we'd have our C 4 times, and then our G 4 times, and then we'd have our D major 4 times, and then A major 4 times, and then we go back to our C major 4 times, and our G major 4 times, but then we have our E minor twice, D/F sharp twice, and then our big A push at the very end. And then from there, then we'll be going back into our chorus. So we back to kind of that D/F sharp, G, B minor, A, D/F sharp, G, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass, D/F sharp with low E bass, G with low E bass, B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass, and then we got our C 4 times at the end, G 4 times, E minor 4 times, and then we got kind of our big push on the A major. And then from there, then we go back into our chorus tag kind of for our outro is that D, A/C sharp, B minor, G, D, A/C sharp, B minor, G major, and then we kind of end up with a big D major at the very, very end. But that's the basics of how you could strum through and easily fingerstyle through Cover Girl by Big Time Rush. So good luck!